let's talk a little bit about the creative process involved in creating the amazing artwork that is showcased in this book, Bound for Glory. You mentioned earlier that there are 52 songs featured, along with the lyrics and a reflection and scripture. But that doesn't mean it was easy to get this project finished. In the song, to illustrate the song, there is a balm in Gilead, for example. In the book, you write about how difficult it was for you to create the right image for that song because you don't typically use human figures in your calligraphy. So you had to come up with some other way to reflect the wounds and the healing expressed in the song, There is a Balm in Gilead. Would you talk about the creative process that you used and the image that you finally chose to illustrate that song?
Yes, that is definitely true, that I tend to avoid human imagery in my work just because I'm better at drawing letters than I am at drawing people. But it seemed like in this case I just had to bring the human element in because it's all about the wounds of a human being, and it just cried out to be illustrated. So I did paint this very naive figure, which is bent over and almost like I tried to show a gesture of arms enveloping their head, as if they were just in terrible pain. But then I brought in, surrounding that figure, leaves, which represent the balm in Gilead, represent the healing power of God's Spirit. So it is something that I've learned as a calligrapher through the years, that even though you can do beautiful letters, if you can also add images, even if they are naive, that has the power to draw people in. So there you have it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting to me that some of the designs in the book also feature on places on each spread, each page, a photograph. And some are vintage photographs from the era of slavery, but others are contemporary, and there's some pictures of children. And I wanted to know, are those your African-American children, grandchildren in those pictures?
Yes, that's right. And the book is dedicated to our 3 African-American grandchildren, Naomi, Miriam, and Moses.
Mm-hmm. And
so that's one of the privileges of being an author. You get to do things like that.
And it's such I think adds such a special touch to the overall presentation of the book to occasionally to encounter one of those very special images of a child, an African American child. And in fact, so many of the spirituals make reference to children, to babies, because as we know, so many African American families were torn apart and children lost and torn away. So it's a special. That was a special decision that worked so well in the book.
Thank you. For those who are familiar with my previous books, there are a couple of things that are different from them, and one is that I did have a fellow art director at Tyndale design my book for me. Mm-hmm. So while the book has my own calligraphy, the way the pages are arranged and the addition of the images, that was a collaboration with my friend Barry Smith, and I just want to acknowledge that it was an example of where when you collaborate, especially with someone younger, you get. I'd like to say that it's a breath of fresh air brought to my work.
Yes, Yes, he I agree. It's just his design work for this book is breathtaking. It really is a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
I'm excited for other people to see it.